Hi friends, today we are going to discuss about the feature engineering in machine learning. It is very important in the machine learning techniques. So let's see. So today topics in this lecture: what is feature engineering, and why feature engineering is important, and some few examples of the feature engineering techniques. So what are the feature engineering techniques here? So outlier detection and removal, label encoding, one hot encoding, count frequency encoding method, target based encoding, frequency encoding, and binary encoding. So these are the topics we are going to discuss. So first we have to understand what is meant by feature engineering. So feature engineering, it is the process of extracting the useful features from the raw data set by using the some topics. So what are the topics? Means mathematics, statistics, and some domain knowledge is called the feature engineering. So what is meant by feature engineering? So feature engineering, it is the process of extracting the some useful features from the raw data set using the mathematics, statistics, and some domain knowledge. So feature engineering, it is an important area in the field of machine learning and data analysis. So before building the model, so data analyst will analyze the data. So at that moment of time, feature engineering is play a key role. So this feature engineering helps in the data cleaning process, where data scientists and data analysts spend the most of the time on the feature engineering. So most of the time means about 60% they have to spend on the feature engineering. So feature engineering means building the new features. So building the features for each label. So these features and labels are then passed to the modeling. So where we have to use it to train the machine learning algorithms. So there are several categories of the features. So what are the several categories in the raw data set? So features can be text, features can be date and time, and categorical and continuous variables. So for machine learning model, the data sets needs to be processed in the form of numerical vectors. So to train the model. So for training the model, so machine learning can able to understand only numerical data. So machine learning can't understand the categorical data. That's why we have to do some kind of pre-processing techniques. We have to convert the categorical into the numerical data. So why feature engineering important? So if feature engineering done correctly, it increases the predictive power of the machine learning algorithms. So suppose if you are not doing feature engineering properly, so automatically it may impact on the performance of the machine learning model, and accuracy is not good. So feature engineering is done correctly, increase the predictive power of the machine learning algorithms by creating the features from the raw data set. So basically all machine learning algorithms use some input data to create the outputs generally. So this input data comprise the features. So these features is in the form of structured columns. Structured column means the data will be in the form of a specific structure, means rows and columns like that. So algorithms require the features with the some specific characteristics to work properly. So data scientists spend the 80% of their time on the data preparation. So after data preparation only, the data has to be fed to the model. So these are some of the examples of the feature engineering techniques. So we have to discuss one by one. First we have to understand the outlier detection and removal. So outlier is the data points or objects so that are far from the other data points. So these outliers is the unusual values from the data set. So unusual value means these values is not in the normal structure, means these outliers can exhibit some abnormality and deviate this significantly from the normal data set. So there are many visual and statistical techniques are there to find the outliers. So what are the techniques to identify the outliers? Means histograms, box plots, scatter plots, and find the outliers using the standard deviations and the z-score for the outlier detection. So in this lecture I am not explaining these topics. Why? Because this topic I already explained in lecture 19. So if you are not looking this video, please go and first watch this video, lecture 19, then only can able to understand these topics clearly. Then label encoding. So label encoding, in the label encoding, so each category is assigned value from 1 to n. So n means here the number of labels for the categorical feature. So in the categorical feature, for example, feature is like state is the feature. Under state there is some values are there like Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, Pondicherry, some like Kerala, like that. So these are the labels. So there are the 4 different labels of the state column. So here, so each label we have to assign the value from 1 to n. N means here n is equal to 4. So one major issue with this approach is there is no relation or order between these classes. So if you assign some numbers to the labels, means 1, 2, 3, 4, there is no relation among these numbers, but the algorithm might consider there is some order. So so algorithm may consider some order in these numbers. That's why this is some kind of drawback. So here, for example, if you see cold, hot, very hot, and warm. So here I am considering cold. This is ordered. This is the ordinal data type. So ordinal data means there is a, what is mean by ordinal data type? So ordinal data type means order of the data. So here there is a order. So here assign the value for cold 0, 0, hot 1, very hot 2, and warm 3. So 0 is less than 1, 1 is less than 2, 2 is less than 3. So but there is no relation among these numbers. When the categorical variables are ordinal, so when the categorical variables is ordinal, so the best approach is to replace the labels by some ordinal number based on the ranks. So what is mean by, for example, students grades in exam A, B, C and fail. So these are the 4 grades. Okay. In one more example, education level. So education level, so elementary school, this is the rank 1, and high school is rank 2, college graduate is the rank 3, and PhD is the rank 4. So among these 4 numbers, so this is the high number, maximum number. So machine learning algorithm may consider this is the machine learning algorithm will give the preference to this label. So the problem is here there are the different numbers in the same column. The model will be misunderstand the data to be in some kind of order. So to overcome this problem, we can use the one-hot encoder. So first we will see the label encoder examples in practically. So here I am executing here. First I am taking some label data, some basic libraries, pandas, numpy, matplotlib. So here I am taking small data set. So what is the data set? Car prices. So I am executing this car prices. So my data will be 13 rows 4 columns, 13 rows 4 columns. So my data will be, this is the data total 0 to 12 means 13 records, means 13 observations, 4 columns. So column 1, column 2, column 3 and column 4, these are the 4 columns. So in this data set, so car model is the categorical feature. So car model is the categorical feature and the rest of the 3 features are the numerical features. So if you see, if you execute this statement df.info, so there are the 4 features. So car model, it is the object. So object data type means it is categorical data, categorical features. So rest of the 3 features are the integers. So here convert the categorical to numerical. So we have column categorical features, that is nothing but the car model. We need to convert into numerical by using the label encoding. So this is the technique we are using, label encoding. So from sklearn at pre-processing, import the label encoder. So here what we are doing, so applying the label encoding on this categorical feature. So after applying the categorical feature, see the car label will be encoded into the numbers from 1, 0 and 2. How it is encoded? Let's see. Actually our original data frame is like this. So this is the original data frame, but the car label is recently added. So this is the car label. See, 0th index value 1. So 0th index value 1. So how can we assign these labels? See here, these 4 features are the BMW. This is the label 1, this is label 2, this is label 3. So means 3 labels. So under 3 labels, so this RD will be assigned to values 0, 0, and BMW from 0 to 4 means total 5, assign the 5. From Mercedes-Benz assign the 2, means that here car model has 3 unique labels, BMW, RD and Mercedes-Benz. So here the car label assign the, for BMW 1, RD 0 and Mercedes-Benz 2. So how it is assigned? According to the alphabetical order. See here RD, so that's 0. Next B, assign value 1. Next M, next letter M. So that's why according to the alphabetical order, so this scikit-learn assign the labels according to this alphabetical order. That's why 0, 1, 2. But there is no relation among these values. So from this data frame, I want to drop this car model. I don't want this categorical feature. Why? Because I already, instead of this car model, I am taking the label encoder. So instead of these categorical labels, I am taking the numerical numbers. So I have to drop this feature. So now data frame is mileage, sell price, AGS and car price. So in this label encoding, each label is assigned the value from 0 to n minus 1, which means, so what does it mean? So here 3 labels, RD, BMW and Mercedes-Benz. So we have assigned the values for RD 0, BMW 1 and Mercedes-Benz. So here n is equal to 3 labels. So n is equal to here 0 to n minus 1. So here n is equal to 3 labels. What are the 3 labels? BMW, Audi, Mercedes-Benz. So from the 3 different labels, we have to assign the 3 minus 1 means 2, means up to 2, means from 0, 1, 2. So here means here I am repeating this point again. So in this label encoding, each label means these 3 labels are assigned the values from 0 to n minus 1. So means these 3 labels, so Audi, BMW and Mercedes-Benz, 3 labels will be assigned from 0, 1 and 2. So one major issue with this approach is there is no relation or no order. So there among these numbers there is no relation, no order between these classes. So but this algorithm might consider the some order. So this is the some kind of problem. So what is the data shape? So here 1, 2, 3, 4 columns. That's why 13 rows, 4 columns. So if you see this car label will be assigned to integer. So here are data type all are integers, so means converted into numerical. So now our data is ready. What is the data? This data is ready for feed to the model. So by using this data I am creating xy and build the model. So this is the target variable is the, what is the target variable in this data frame? Car prices. So based on the, so here based on car model and mileage and age. So age means this is the not first handle car. This is the already someone used this car. So the person want to sell the car. So how can you sell the car? Means based on how can you decide this sell price? So based on the company model and how many kilometers it is the mileage it was covered and how many years it was used. So based on these parameters this sell price will be depended. So here target variable is sell price. So here I am building model. So I got the 92.27% accuracy. So this is the model. So this is the label encoding. So in this label encoding what I did, so I simply drop the only one categorical variable. Next, so here if you see in this program I did the same thing, but I did little bit some kind of modification. So same data set, same steps. So but here I am taking the label encoding. First I am apply the label encoding on the car model. So this is the data frame. So in this data frame this is the label encode is applied on this car model and you will get the output like this. So now no need of this categorical feature car model. So simply I drop this one. So after that what I did, so this is the shape and this is the information. So I divide into x and y. So here I am applying the one hot encoding to create the dummy variables for the each labels of the car model. So here car model, this is the car model, and the car model this is the values 1, 0 and 2 and 2. These are these label encoding values. So we have to apply the one hot encoding on the this feature car model. So after that, so these are the values you got. If you see, so this is the Audi, BMW and Mercedes-Benz, and this is the mileage, this is mileage, and this is the age. So here if you see, this is the first 0 1 2 3 up to 12, first 5 rows it is the BMW, next 4 rows are belongs to the Audi. So next 4 values are belongs to the Mercedes Benz. If you see, yeah, here if you see in this example, first 4 rows belongs to the, from 0 to index from 0 to 4, this belongs to BMW. From index 5 to 8 belongs to Audi. From index number 9 to 12 it belongs to Mercedes Benz. So according to that, if you apply the one-hot encoding on the label encoding feature, so you get the output like this. So this is belongs to the Audi, this is belongs to the BMW, and belongs to the Benz, and this is the mileage, and this is the age, like that. So if you see the Excel sheet, 13 rows 5 columns. So actually data frame is like that, but this is not our original data frame. Why? Because this is the categorical variable existed. So this is the X, means this is the cleaned data, means there is no categorical features. So we have to apply the divide the create the X and Y variables and build the model, and so see, you will also get the same score, 92.67. So in this program, one-hot encoding plus label encoding plus one-hot encoding, you got the value 92.67. So here what we did, you are applying only label encoding. Label encoding, you got the value 92.27. Why? Because here getting the values are less. Actually you are applying the label encoding. Here you are applying the label encoding on the which kind of feature? This is the not the ordinal features. So this is the category, this is the which kind of feature means this is the nominal features. So actually features basically two types. So categorical variables, they are the two types: nominal categorical variable, second one is the ordinal categorical variable. So nominal categorical variable NCV, ordinal categorical variable OCV. So nominal means there is no order, of the labels in categorical variable, no order of the labels in the categorical variable. For example, gender. So under gender, male, female, so there is no order. So for example, if you take another one more feature like state column, so on the state column, Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Madhya Pradesh, Delhi, so these are the features, there is no order. So that is nothing but this kind of features, categorical features are the nominal features, nominal categorical features. So what is meant by ordinal categorical features? So there is a specific order. So specific order in the sense low, medium, high. So this is one kind of order. Low means 1, medium 2, high means 3. Similarly, if you take the education level, high school, UG, PG, PhD, 1, 2, 3, 4. So PhD is the 4 according to the rank. So here these features are the follow some kind of order. That is why this is the ordinal categorical feature. So in this example, car model belongs to this category. What is this category? Ordinal nominal categorical feature, means there is no order. So there is no order among the BMW, Audi and Mercedes Benz. That's why we can't apply the label encoding. So actually what are the examples of the nominal? So examples of the nominal categorical variable means one hot encoding with multiple categorical variables. Third one is mean encoding. So these are the techniques belongs to this nominal categorical. So under this ordinal categorical variable, so what are the examples? That is the label encoder, and second one is the target guided ordinal categorical. So these are the examples, these are the techniques belong to the ordinal categorical. So here our example is the car model belongs to nominal categorical variable, but you are applying the label encoding. So label encode belongs to which kind of ordinal categorical variables? So ordinal categorical variables, you have to apply this kind of techniques, but you are applying the label encoding to this nominal encoding variables. That is the label encoding concept. Next, one hot encoding. So what is mean by one hot encoding? So machine learning models works well for the numerical data set. Yes, exactly. So machine learning model can work only numerical, not on the categorical. That's why we have to convert the categorical to numerical. So one hot encoding is a technique. That can replace the categorical variables by different Boolean variables, means dummy variables. So dummy variables concept will be introduced in the one hot encoding. So we use the getDummies method to create the dummy variables that allow to perform the one hot encoding in the data set. So what is the disadvantage of the one hot encoding? So what is the disadvantage means if you have more number of the labels in the categorical feature. So for example, I have one feature. My feature is the country. Country is one of my input feature, that is the categorical feature. So under the country categorical feature, I have the labels. I have some unique labels is 195. For example, in the world total approximately 195 countries are existed. Okay. So I want to take the data about the all countries. So at that moment, if you apply this kind of technique, one hot encoding, so what will happen? So 195 unique labels means 195 dummy variables will be created. Actually one categorical feature will be created into 195 dummy variables. What happened? So your data shape is like that. For example, state, and this is some kind of target variable. So 1xy, for example, here 100 rows comma 2 columns means 100 observations 2 columns. So here x is the our input feature, that is the country. So if I convert the country feature into dummy variables, so means dummy variable 1, dummy variable 2 up to dummy variable 195. So the shape of the data will be 100 rows into 195. So here columns is increasing. What happened? If the number of columns are increasing, increase the number of dimension. So columns are increasing means automatically dimension will be increasing. That leads to the one problem. That problem is the curse of dimensionality. So if you have more number of labels under one categorical variable, so the dimensionality will be increasing. So at that moment, if you have more number of dummy variables, at that moment you can't apply this technique. What is the technique? One hot encoding. So what you have to do? That this is the problem of the one hot encoding. To overcome this problem, we have to apply another approach. That approach is the one hot encoding with multiple categories. First we will see the one hot encoding in practical. So I am taking the same data set, car prices. So here I am applying the I am creating this dummy variables using pandas. So here pd.getDummy is on. So getDummies is the method applied on the categorical feature. The categorical feature is the car model. So here our categorical feature is the car model BMW, Audi, Mercedes-Benz. So that's why 3 dummy variables are created. Means here, so car model. So under car model, BMW, Audi and Mercedes-Benz. So what happened? This data will be created dummy variables. So here, how many unique labels are there? 3 labels. So 3 labels means 3 columns. So that's why Audi. So this is the Audi, BMW, Mercedes-Benz. So here first 0 index 0 1 2. So for example 0th index in BMW means here BMW is 1, rest of the columns are 0. If it is Audi, here 1, rest of the columns are 0. If it is Mercedes-Benz, 0 0 1, like that. So you can apply the getDummies method on the categorical feature. You will get these are the dummy variables. See, first 5 observations means from 0 to 4 belongs to BMW, and from observation 5 to 8 means 4 observation belongs to Audi. So and rest of the things will be Mercedes-Benz. So this is the BMW, Audi, Mercedes-Benz. So these are the dummy variables. So actually this is our data frame: car model, mileage, sell price and age. So what I am doing, this is my data frame and this is my dummy variables. So I have to concatenate these 2 data frames. Dummy is the one data frame and df is one data frame by using the df.concat, and this is the df means this is the df, and the dummy means this is the dummy. By applying the concatenation, you got the df1 new data frame. So in the new data frame, see, up to here this is the data df, and from here to here dummy variables. So from this thing, so this car model can be written as this dummy variables. So from this data frame I can drop the, I don't want the car model, I drop this feature. So I drop this feature. So now the data is no categorical variable. So total data belongs to the numerical only. So 6 columns, 1 2 3 4 5 6 columns, 13 rows. If you see the data type, all are belongs to the integers. So, and this is the data is ready to feed the model, and I create the x and y, apply the, see I got the 92.67. So previously when I was applied the label encoding with unhot encoding, you can got the same result, 92.67. So this is the one hot encode. So actually here what I dropped the only one categorical feature. Now I want to drop the one more feature. One more feature means one categorical feature plus one dummy variable. So this code is also the same, but a little bit modifications. See, first here I am drop the, so from the data frame I am drop the car model categorical features. So from this is the df2. So this output belongs to df2. So in the df2 3 dummy variables are there. So actually we don't want to 3 dummy variables, so we have to, so in the categorical, in the encoded categorical variable with k labels means here 3 labels, k is equal to 3 means 3 minus 1 dummy variables are needed. So 3 minus 1 means among the 3 dummy variables we can drop any one of the dummy variable. So we can drop any one. So here I am taking the, I am drop the this dummy variable rd a5. I am considering only 2 dummy variables. Now this is the data frame to ready for feed to the model. So I got all the same answer. So in this here, so in this coding, so what I did, I dropped this car model means categorical feature, and among the 3 dummy variables I can drop the 1 dummy variable. Actually if you, why you are getting the same result here actually in this code 2.1 1h, this is the code name. So in this code 2.1 1he, I dropped only one category variable. I got the answer score is about 92.67. So here I dropped the 2 variables, one is 1 dummy variable and 1 categorical variable, and also I got the same answer 92.67. Why? Because actually in the linear regression, if you are not able to drop the dummy variable among the dummy variables, if you are not able to drop the any one of the dummy variable, automatically the linear regression will drop the one dummy variable. But this is the scenario is not same in all kind of algorithms. If you take any other algorithms, so like classification algorithms, so you have to manually drop the any one of the dummy variable. But in linear regression, automatically a linear regression linear model automatically drop the any one of the dummy variable. That's why in this code 2.1, if you drop here, you are dropping only one dummy variable, you are dropping only one categorical variable, but not drop the any one of the dummy variable. You are considering the 3 dummy variables, you are getting the 92.67. in this code I drop the one categorical variable and one dummy variable. That's why you are getting the same result in linear regression. Next one hot encoding. Next technique is the one hot encoding with multiple categories. If number of columns increasing, if number of columns increasing in the data set, automatically increase the number of dimension. Increase the number of dimension. So that can lead to the curse of dimensionality. So to prevent the problem, to prevent this curse of dimensionality and improve the accuracy, you can apply the one more technique. That technique is the one hot encoding with multiple categories. So in this technique, so what is the procedure? So this is the list of steps for implementing these techniques. So what is the technique? First point is find the most number of repeating labels in the categorical variable f1. Suppose this is my data. So in this data, this is the f1 feature, this is the target variable. So in the target variable there are so many labels are there. So one label will be repeated 100 times, another label repeated 5000 times, one more variable repeated 7000 times. So what happened? You have to find the most number of repeating labels in this feature, then choose the top 10 repeating labels. So among the labels, and choose the repeating top 10 repeating labels of the categorical feature f1, and apply the one hot encoding to the top 10 labels of the feature f1, and remaining labels we have to kept at 0. So what does that mean? We can see in practical clearly, but choose the top 10 is not a standard rule. So selecting the top 10 is not a standard rule. So according to your data and the number of labels of the category, you can choose the top 5 labels, top 8 labels, and top 20 labels, top 30 labels according to your number of labels in the categorical variable and number of data, and based on the data you can supposed to choose the top 5, top 10, top 20, like that. If you see one hot encoding with multiple categories, so in this example I am taking the some real time data. So what is my data? So if you click this link, so you can go to this website. In this website you got the data set link. So this is the data crop production. So if you click the crop production, automatically the file will be downloaded. So what are the features? State name, district name, crop year, season, and crop area and production. So this is the data I am using in this example. So first I am importing the libraries. Next I am taking the data set. So my data set shape is 2,46,091 observations and 7 columns. If you see the data set, see, state name is one of the feature, district name is one of the feature, crop year is the numerical feature, season is the categorical feature, crop is the categorical feature, area is the numerical feature, and production is the numerical feature. So here among the 7 features, these 6 features is the input variable and production is the target variable. So based on this input features you can able to predict the what is the production. So if you see the data type, so here how many categorical variables are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. So state name is the object, categorical name, district name is object, season is the categorical, crop is the categorical. See, object. So state name is object, district name is object, crop season. So what I am doing here, so according to this one hot encoding with multiple categories, first we have to find the repeating labels in the categorical variable. So here among the 4 categorical variable, first we have to I have to apply the state name. This is one feature. So find the repeating labels in the categorical feature state name. So check the unique labels. So df of state name. So how many unique labels are there? So under state name there are the unique labels. So what are the unique labels? Andaman, Nicobar, Andhra Pradesh, Arunachal Pradesh, Assam, Bihar, Chandigarh, like this. So totally if you see how many labels are there? 33 unique labels are there. So there are 33 unique labels exist in the state name categorical variable. So what is the second step? So among the choose the top 10 repeating labels. So what is the top 10 repeating labels? If you see, identify the all feature categories for the state name. See, here under the state name total 33 unique values. What are the 33? UP, Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, Karnataka, Bihar. So Uttar Pradesh repeated 33,306. Madhya Pradesh repeated how many times? 22,000. Suppose if you choose the, so total this is the, so I am taking the all values of the state name. If you choose the top 10, so what are the top 10? So these are the top 10. So if you choose the, so according to this model, according to this techniques, you can choose the top 10 features. So you have to choose the, this is the top 10 labels, top 10 labels of the state column. So you can apply the one hot encoding. So apply the one hot encoding to this top 10 labels only. rest of the variables you have to kept it as 0. So that is the method of this style. So that is the style of this method. So suppose if you consider the top 10 labels of the state column, so you can put the rest of the values as 0. So what happened? So you can lose some information. That's why this is not a standard rule to choose the top 10. According to your data set, you have to choose number of labels. So here I am considering the top 10 labels. So this is the top 10. This is the top 10. If you want to top 20, so this is the top 20. So this is the out of 33 unique labels. So this is the top 20. If you want top 30, so it is increasing. So that is, you have to depends upon the data. You can suppose to choose 10 or 15 like that. So top 10 frequent labels convert into dummy variables and using one-hot encoding, and remaining labels kept it as 0. So if you see, similarly you can check the length of the district name. Under the district name 646 unique labels, but here 33. Under the state column only 33 unique labels, but under the district name 646. If you see, so these are the 600, these are the different district names. So this is the length of the crop, and these are the list of the crops, season. So there are 6 different seasons. So this is the my data frame shape, 2,46,091 and 7 columns. Okay, this is my given original data frame shape. Suppose if you apply the get dummies method, means if you apply the one-hot encoding to this 7 features, means how many variables how many columns you can supposed to get. See, if you apply the get dummies 808, so means your data shape 2,46,091 rows into 7 columns can be converted as rows are same 2,46,000, but instead of 7 columns you are getting 808 columns. So what happened? That leads to the curse of dimensionality. So this is the problem. That's why we have to, what we are doing, we have to consider top 10 labels of the categorical variable and apply the one-hot encoding. So instead of applying the one-hot encoding to all the variables, you have to apply the top 10 categories, top 10 labels. So that is the concept behind this target variable with multiple categories. So that's why I'm choosing the, so here this is the top 10 labels. So here find the top 10 repeating labels for the categorical feature. So top 10 means here dot head. So top 10. So let's make the list. So what I'm doing, so I make it into the order. So here what are the top 10 labels? So these are the top 10. Uttar Pradesh to Chandigarh. See, Uttar Pradesh to Chandigarh, top 10. So what I'm doing here, creating 10 binary variables. See, here what I'm doing, this is actually our first row is the Arunachal Pradesh, Andaman and Nicobar. So this is our state name and district name, like that. So under state name 002 2 lakhs something. So what is the first row? Andaman Nicobar Island. So Andaman Nicobar Island. So this is the this 10 This is the top 10 features of the state column. So if you see top 10 features means this data will be converted as the here 7 columns means 2,46,000 something. This is also the same thing, 2,46,700, but this is the how many columns are there. But if you see 17 columns. So how you got the 17 columns? Actually this is the 7 columns and plus the top 10 categories. What are the top 10 categories? So Uttar Pradesh, this is the top 10. So this is the top 10 categories. So I'm put it here. So I'm explain again. If you see, so this is the my first observation, Andaman Nicobar Island, but this is the Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, Karnataka up to Chandigarh. This is the best top 10 labels. So if you see why this Andaman Nicobar Island all values are belongs to 0, because this Andaman Nicobar Island is not be placed in the top 10. That's why put it into 0. If you see, I am taking some kind of random samples. In the random samples, if I am taking the observation, this is observation number, means record number. See, index number 2,92,000, 2,09,222, 229th observation that belongs to Uttar Pradesh. If you see Uttar Pradesh, so this is the top 10 feature. That's why this value is 1. Other rest of the values are 0. If you see Assam, so in the top 10 features Assam is there, so means 1 is there. If it is Bihar means here there, so means Bihar is there. If you see this is the top 10, so this is the top 10 labels. Under the top 10 labels, if it is matching with this state column, it put it as 1, otherwise put it as 0. So that is the meaning of this code. See here, if you take the top 10 labels, so this is the top 10 labels, and under the state name label, so you compare the label, put it as 1. If it is matching here, see this is matching, thus put it as 1. So this observation 37,864 record is belongs to Bihar. This Bihar is available in the top 10 category, that's why kept it 1. Rest of the items are put it as 0. Like that you have to apply the one-hot encoding with multiple categories. So after applying the one-hot encoding to the state column, you will get the top 10 features. So totally our data type is 7 plus 10, 17. So this is our data frame. Now what I am doing, I am applying the one more feature, that is the season. So how many seasons are there total here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 seasons are there. 6 seasons. So what are the top 10 features here? Under the top 10 only 6 features are there. So under the season, Kharif, Rabi, like that. So if you see the shape, it may increase. Why? Because from 17 to 6. Before it was the 17 features. Now it is increased to 23. So 17 plus 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 and 23. So totally 23 features. So this is your data frame. So from this data frame you can drop the state name and season. Why? Because instead of the state name you got the 10 dummy variables. Instead of this season, you got the this dummy variables. 1 2 3 4 5 6 dummy variables. 6 dummy variables. That's why no need of these two features you can drop. Now it is your data shape is the 21 columns. So in the data frame, only district name and crop, only two category variables are there. So you can apply the similarly you can apply the remaining category features and can convert into the categorical variable into numerical variable, then you can fit to your model. So this is the best I am thinking, I am suggest that this is the best example for the one hot encoding with multiple labels. Next, this is the one hot encoding with multiple labels. Next technique is the count frequency encoding method. So what is mean by count frequency encoding method? So simply replacing the each label with the categorical variable. So simply replace the labels with the simply replace the each label of the categorical with this count. So what is mean by count? Let's see. I will explain in detail in practical, but we have to see what is the advantage and disadvantage of this technique. So advantage means curse of dimension was not occur. Even more number of labels are existed in the categorical variable, like under the state name. Previous example, if you see previous example, under the state name there are 33 unique labels are there. So 33 unique labels, if you apply the one hot encoding, your curse of dimensional will be increasing. So instead of the apply the one hot encoding, you have to simply replace the value. And disadvantage, if two labels of the categorical variable contain the same number of observations, so that will be combined and it may lose some information. We will see example. So this is the example, same example here also I am taking the same example, crop production. So under the crop production, 2,46,091 observations. So under the state name, 33 observations. If you see what I am doing here, first I am converting the, first we make the dictionary that map the each label to the counts. So here totally under the state name, Uttar Pradesh is the 33,306, Madhya Pradesh is the 22,000. So what I am doing here, I am replacing the, wherever I got the Uttar Pradesh, instead of the Uttar Pradesh I am replacing this value, replacing with this number. Wherever I have Andaman Nicobar in my data, simply replace with 203. If you see, this is my data, given data under the state name, 0th observation, Andaman Nicobar Islands. So when I apply here, what I am doing, replace the labels with frequency. So what I am doing here, so instead of the Andaman Nicobar, I am replacing with this number. If you see here 0th observation Andaman Nicobar, but here 0th observation 203. What is the 203? So this is the 203. So means Andaman Nicobar, this is the label repeated 203 times. So if you see, so under the state name up to 10 observations, 203, 203. Similarly, you can make one more feature, district name. District name is 79. See, 79 repeated. So now apply the season. Season I am applying on the season. Season here 95,951. Now crop. See here every data frame is integer, integer. Before that the state name was the object, but now it is integer. Why? Because you can convert the you can replace the labels into the count number. So advantage, cursor dimension would not occur, and disadvantage means if two labels contain the same number of observations and combine and lost some information. So this is the count frequency encoding technique. Next, target based encoding. So what is mean by target based encoding? So target based encoding is a numeration of the categorical variable via target. So in this method we can simply replace the categorical variable with this just one new numerical variable and replace the each label of the categorical variable with its corresponding probability. So based on the target variable. So I will explain in detail, don't be confused in the theory part. So the main drawback of this method is it depends on the distribution of the target variable. So totally this method is totally depends upon the target variable, and it's lower the predictability power compared to the binary encoding method. If you see, so what is the formula behind this method means, so this is the simple data set. This is my data set. So under the data set, observations 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 observations. So India repeated 1, 2, 3 means India target 1 to 1. So total India 3. After 3, this is match. This is match. This India is the mismatch. This is match. This is match. So out of 3 India, 2 are correctly matching. So that is nothing but by 2 by 3. So 2 by 3 means 0.66. So this is the probability of. So this is the encoding the label India. So means the number of true targets. So number of true targets under the label India divided by total number of targets under the label India, which means 2 by 3. So total India 3 observations. Out of 3 observations, 2 are correctly matching. So that is the 0.66. That is the probability of 0.66. So China 0.5, like that. If you see the practical, see here I am taking the practical on a new data frame. I created the data frame for importing the pandas as PD, and I am taking the data frame name data. So under the data I am creating the 2 columns. State is a column. Under the state there is some kind of labels. CH means Chennai, HYD means Hyderabad, BA means Bangalore, Delhi, like that, and this is the target variable. So this is my data frame. So my data frame shape is 13 rows, 2 columns, and this is my data. So this is this state name is input variable, target is my target variable. So this is the technique based on the target based encoding. So this kind of method is working based on the target based. So base means target variable. So what I am doing, I am checking the targets. Under the target, how many unique labels are there? Only ones and 0, ones and 0. So out of ones and 0, how many number of 1? 10 observations, and 3 year and 0 observations. So here our method is apply the group by method on the input feature with respect to the target and dot with mean. So what does it mean? If you execute here, how you got these values? BANG 0.50, CHE 0.66, and DAL means Delhi 1.0, HYD means 0.75. So how you got the value? So means according to this method, so number of true targets under the label CHE. If you see, so CHE how many? Here CHE 1, CHE 1, the CHE 1, CHE 0, 0 means totally 3 observations. Out of 3 observations, how many correctly matching targets? 2, 2 by 3. 2 by 3 means 0.66. Similarly, next to Hyderabad, Hyderabad 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1 means totally 4 observations. Out of 4 observations, correctly targeted means 1, 2, 3 means 3 by 4. 3 by 4 means 0.75. Similarly, Bangalore. So Bangalore means 1, 0. So this is the 1 by 2.5. Next Delhi. Under Delhi there are 4 ones. Delhi 1, all are ones. So 1, 1, 1, 1 means 4 by 4 is equal to 1. So this is the probabilities based on the target variable 0.00, 0.75, 0.5, 1. So according to this probabilities, so this model it may assign the some labels. So among the values, which is the least value? 0.05. So this is the least value, means assign the value 0. So next least value 0.65, assign the value 1. Next 2, next 3. So what does it mean for Chennai? So this belongs to Bangalore. So Bangalore may assign to value 0. Next to Chennai, value 1. Next to Hyderabad, Hyderabad 2, and Delhi 3. So these are the labels we are assigned based on the target based encoding. So this is the values you got, like this. This is the values you got. So what I am doing here, applying the now order the labels according to the mean. So according to mean value, you can put it into the order. So that's why 0.5, 0.6 you are put it in the sorted order. So what I am doing next, you can generate the some labels. So how can you assign the labels? So this Bangalore belongs to 0, Chennai belongs to 1, Hyderabad belongs to 2. So based on this step, so Bangalore will be assigned to 0, Chennai will be assigned to 1. Why? Because say here Bangalore will be assigned to 0. Why? Because this is the smallest value. Next Chennai is assigned to value 1. So Chennai assigned to 1. So next Hyderabad 2, Delhi 3. Hyderabad 2, Delhi 3. So means this method assign the number 0 to the Bangalore. So Bangalore assign the 0 based on the mean value 0.50. It is the lowest target mean, and 3 is assigned to the Delhi with the highest target mean. If you see CHE assign the value 0, CHE assign the value 1, Hyderabad is assigned to 2, Bangalore is assigned to 0, and Delhi is assigned to 3. Wherever CHE is there, value 1, CHE is there, value 1, CHE is there, value 1. Wherever Delhi is there, so Delhi means 3. So you see here Delhi 3. So means instead of this state feature, under the state categorical variable, there are the different labels are there. Instead of these labels, we are taking the target based encoding method. You are taking these values. So based on the values, you can suppose to apply the. So you have to feed to this model. Now this is the data shape, 13 rows, 3 columns. like this. So this is the target based encoding technique. Next, frequency encoding. So this is also be similar but little bit difference. So it is a way to utilize the frequency of the categories to labels. So in this case, the frequency of label frequency is related to somewhat target variable. So this is the technique related to previous method, target based encoding, but little bit variation is there. So what is the variation means? So if you understand this 3 steps, select the categorical variable, step 1. Step 2, group the categories variable and obtain the counts of the each label, and join it back to with the training data set. So I will explain in practical, you can clearly understand about the frequency encoding. So frequency encoding, so this is the frequency encoding. This is also be similar to the previous technique, target based encoding. Same data set I am also taken here, 13 rows, 4 different unique labels. So here my main difference is here, see under the data. So what is the data here? This is the data, means Delhi 4 times, Hyderabad 4 times, Chennai 3 times, Bangalore 2 times. So group by the state, by the size, by length of the data. So what does it mean? So here Hyderabad 4 means out of the total 13 observations. So Delhi means Delhi 4 observations are there out of the 4 by 13. So 4 by 13 means 0.3076. So this is also the same, 4 by 13, 0.3076, and 3 observations. Chennai, how many unique values are there? Value counts 3. So 3 by 13. So 3 by 13 means 0.2307, and if 2 observations, Bangalore 2 by 13. So 13 is the total observations. Under the out of 13 observations, how many Bangalore observations? 2. So 2 by 13, 0.15. So this is the values you got here. See, so Bangalore 0.15, CHE 0.230, and Delhi and Hyderabad same values. So like that. So this is the method of the frequency. So frequency means out of the 13 observations, Delhi is 4 times repeated, 4 by 13. 4 by 13 means 0.30. So these are the values you got. If you arrange the values in sorted order like this, see here assign the values Chennai. For Chennai we can assign the 0.230 means frequency. What is the Chennai value? See this value. How you got this value? Like this. Out of 13 observations, 3 observations belongs to Chennai, 0.230. So this is the formula. What is the formula? Number of observations of the label. So what is the number of observations for the Chennai? 3 by total number of observations 30. So this is the encoding for the label. So those frequency you have to keep it here. So in previous target based encoding, what you are doing? You are taking the order. In target based you are taking the state order, you are taking the 1, 2, 0, 3. So based on this value you can assign the value for 0 Bangalore. That's why wherever Bangalore is there, you assign the value 0 in the target based encoding. But here frequency is wherever Bangalore is there, you can assign the frequency 0.15. How to get the 0.15 means by using this formula. So this is the frequency encoding technique. So frequency encoding techniques, so main formula is number of observations of the label by total observations. So for Chennai, total 3 observations, 3 by 13 means 0.23. So this value like this, Chennai 0. This value is this value. So that is the frequency encoding technique. Next, binary encoding. So this is the last technique. So binary encoding creates the less number of columns compared to the one hot encoding. So binary encoding is this technique is alternative to the one hot encoding. Why? Because for one hot encoding, if you increase the number of dummy variables, so it leads to the curse of dimension. So if you to overcome this problem is to reduce the chance of dimensionality of the problem with higher cardinality, it can work well with higher dimension. What does it mean? So binary encoding creates the less number of columns than one hot encoding. For example, one hot encoding creates 100 dummy variables. It can create the 7 columns. According to this method. So how can you create means? So binary encoding converts the categories into binary digits. Each binary digit creates the one feature column. If there are n unique labels, for example 7 unique labels are there, under the binary encoding you can create the log base 2. So log base 2 of 7, log base 2 of 100, you can create the 7 features. So compared to one hot encoding, this will require the less number of feature columns. For example, 100 categories of one hot encoding. If you with one hot encoding 100 categories are there, means there is the curse of dimensionality, more number of features. With binary encoding you can need just a simple 7 features. So binary encoding with 7 features you are applying. One hot encoding you need 100 features. So with one hot encoding with 100 features, curse of dimensionality occur. So what happen if you curse of dimensionality is occur? So the performance of the model is decreased and processing time is increasing. So that leads to the some kind of it consuming the more resources in terms of the hardware. That's why you have to reduce the more features. So for binary encoding, so what are the steps? So these are the steps. First, categories are first converted into the numeric order from the number 1. So created as categories appear in the data set and do not mean any ordinal feature. Please don't be confused this point, I will explain in practical. So the integers are converted into binary. For example, here data, for example this is my car model. If you see, this is one feature, this is the categorical feature under the car model. So BMW, Audi, Mercedes-Benz, Skoda, Honda, these are the different labels are there. So what happened, this car model is converted into order. So this BMW is assigned to 1, Audi will be assigned to 2, Mercedes-Benz will be assigned to number 3, Skoda will be assigned to 4, and Honda will be assigned to 5, and Audi will be assigned to. So wherever Audi is there, so Audi here 2. So here Audi is 2 and Audi is 2. So here you can assign some order. So number 1 can be assigned to binary with 4 digit number 001. 2 will be assigned to 0010. 3 means 011. So this number will be converted into binary. So this 2 will be converted into 0010. This 4 is converted into 0100. So it will be converted like this. So wherever 001 means actually here how many variables are there? Different 5. So here BMW, Audi, Mercedes-Benz, Skoda, Honda means a total 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 labels. So under the 5 labels here 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 binary encoded variables created. 4 binary encoded variables are created. If you see in practical, I am taking the same car prices. I will explain. Yeah, first I am taking this is the head part. This is the first car model. Car model is the object data type. Rest of these things are integer. So apply the binary encoder. So first the categories are first converted into numeric order from 1. So numeric order means first car model. So I am taking this library category underscore encoder CE. So CE dot binary encoder, I am applying the category variable car model. So you have to fit transform on the car model. You got this is the binary values. So here we have 5 features. Actually there are 5 features. These 5 features, the total number of binary encoded features will be 4. The 5 features will be converted into 4 binary encoded features. If you see, this is the head part. Under the car model, how many values are there? Total 5. Here what I am doing, in this data frame df and this binary I am concatenating, creating new data frame. So this is my new data frame. So under the new data frame, this is the car model. This is under the BMW. BMW means 1. So BMW 1. Now if you see, you can easily understand. So BMW 1, that's why we can assign the value 1. So BMW 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. And this Audi is 2, 2, 2, 2. This Benz is 3, 3, 3, 3. So 1 means this car model 1 be converted into the binary number 1. This 1 be converted into 4 digit 0, 0, 1. So that's why 0, 0, 0, 1. And this is Audi. Audi means 2. 2 means 0, 0, 1, 0. That's why here 0, 0, 1, 0. So wherever Audi up to here same. And Mercedes-Benz, so Skoda means assign the value 2 3 4 4 means 0 1 0 0, like that. We can drop this categorical feature from the data frame. So when the categorical variable is ordinal, the best approach is to replace the labels by the some ordinal number. So this is the data frame 7. So I'm executing this same car prices. I'm applying the binary encoder. So this is the converted into the binary encoder. So you got the same 92.67. So before I am applying the label encoding with 1 hot encoding, so I am also getting the same result. Here I am applying the label encoder. So label encoder, I am taking the same data set, 13 rows comma 4 columns. Here also I am taking the 13 rows comma 4 columns. X. Yeah, 92.67. You got the answer when you apply the label encoding plus 1 hot encoding on the same data set. Same data set means 13 rows 4 columns. So here also be same data set I am taking, 13 rows 4 columns. I am applying here binary encoding. See, this is the binary encoding technique. After applying the binary encoding, you got the values. So drop the categorical variable, and this data is fed to the model, and you got the 92.67. So for whatever you got the answer for the label encoding with 1 hot encoding, label encoding plus 1 hot encoding, the same result you can also get in the binary encoding. Okay, so these are the list of the encoding techniques to convert the categorical variable into the categorical variable into the numerical variable. So these are the references I used to follow for this lecture. Thank you.